Hey friends, it's Mr. Chris. How are you? You ready for a story time? It's getting close to Halloween, so we're gonna do a pumpkin story time. Have you carved your pumpkin yet? It's a little early. You can still go get a pumpkin. This one's called Pop Up Peekaboo Pumpkin. We have lots of pop-up books are fun in our library. Would you like me to read this to you today? Okay, let's do it. Pop Up Peekaboo Pumpkin. What do you think's gonna happen in this book? Things are gonna pop up, right? Little Black Cat is looking for three friends that can fly. She's found a creepy cauldron. Look behind it. Don't be shy. There's our friend Little Black Cat. And look, there's a pumpkin right there. It's carved into a jack-o'-lantern, right? But what's behind this cauldron? It says, look. Let's look behind the cauldron. You ready? Here we go. What are those? Those are bats. Flappity flap flap, peekaboo. Here are the three flying friends. Look at those bats. This book is really cool because these are all things that are made out of fabric and stuffed animals and plushies. Isn't that cool? Look, there's some pumpkins down there. I saw some yellow pumpkins the other day and some white pumpkins. Those are cool, huh? Look at those bats. Look, they're flying. See? What else could pop up Peekaboo Pumpkin say? Oh, there's our bat friends right there. Look. So they're made from like fabric. That's pretty cool. Let me read this to you. You ready? The baby bats are searching for someone else who flies at night. I wonder who else flies at night. Is she hiding in the tree, keeping out of sight? Let's look behind the branches. So who do you think flies at night that's not a bat? Who could it be? Who? It's an owl. That's right. Look how that owl's made of fabric. Isn't that cool? Yes, here she is. It's Hootie Owl. Peekaboo. That's why this is called Pop-Up Peekaboo. Where's Owl? Peekaboo. There she is. Oh, there's our owl. Hootie Hoo. Hootie Owl finds a house. And let's see. Hootie Owl finds a house. And here's an eerie sound. Who's hiding here behind the door, waiting to be found? Ooh, an eerie sound. There's our pumpkin. Let's take a look. You ready? Ooh, oh, look, it's a ghost. Peekaboo, it's Smiley Ghost. He's cool, huh? Ooh. He's a happy one, isn't he? He's made of fabric, too. And it says, Smiley Ghost goes in the house. And then here's a tiny squeak. Squeak. It comes from under the witch's hat. Should we have a peek? All right, Smiley. What's under this witch's hat? Should we take a look, guys? Here we go. Ready? Squeak, squeak. Peekaboo, it's Miss Mouse. What is she eating? That's right, cheese. And look, there's some pumpkins right next to her. But look, she's a plushie. Just like our kitty cat, right? Do you have some plushies animals at home? I bet you do. Let's see what happens with Miss Mouse. Oh, now one more friend is hiding. Do you think you might know who? Look behind the pumpkin and say meow and peekaboo. Meow, meow. Look who's coming out of that pumpkin. Ready? Meow, meow. Was that a good story? One more time. Who's hiding in the pumpkin? Meow, meow. Pop Up Peekaboo Pumpkin. Isn't that a fun book? Pop-up books are always fun. We have plenty of them, too, at the library. So come get you a pop-up book. This is one of my favorite books about pumpkins because it's about a pumpkin that doesn't have a stem. So he's called Stumpkin because he doesn't have any stem. So they call him Stumpkin. You want me to read this to you? This is by Lucy Ruth Cummings. Stumpkin is practically perfect pumpkin. There's just one little tiny problem. Maybe he's missing his stump. Look, there's a truck full of pumpkins. Maybe you've seen one of those, huh? It was a few days before Halloween. Outside a little shop in a big city, a shopkeeper place some pumpkins on the shelves. So we got the big city here. And look, the shopkeeper put some pumpkins out on the shelf. And there's the truck over there. He's leaving. He just dropped off these pumpkins. All right, let's see. A girl came and looked at the pumpkins, and when she was done, she picked one up and carried it away. The other pumpkins worried after their friend. There's his pumpkins for sale. Look at this gourd. That's a pumpkin too, though. So this little girl, she bought one, but the other pumpkins are worried about their friend. I see a cat. You see a cat? Yep, I see a cat. I wonder why they're worried about their friend who just got bought. But later they spotted him across the street and way up high. Look in the city. Live in an apartment building. So there's their friend up there in the window. Let's see what it says. He was a jack-o'-lantern now. Beneath his lovely stem, he now had 2 triangle eyes, a nose, and a giant toothy smile. He had a new home, a perch all to himself, high above the street. What more could anyone want, thought the pumpkins. They were thrilled for their friend, and thrilled that they too might one day be a jack-o'-lantern. Yeah, their friends living the dream up in that windowsill as a jack-o'-lantern now. They were all happily lost in thought, imagining themselves as jack-o'-lanterns, when one pumpkin realized something was very wrong. Look. You see them all up on their shelf? Look, there's the cat. But they realized something was very wrong. He realized something was very wrong. This one right here. What do you think it is? What do you think is wrong? Look at this one. And look at this one. What doesn't he have? I know, right? He doesn't have a stem. Poor little pumpkin. Oh, let's see his poor little face. Poor little pumpkin. Oh. Poor little stemless pumpkin. With just a stump and not a stem. Poor little Stumpkin. Still, there was plenty to like about Stumpkin. He was a handsome pumpkin, as orange as a traffic cone. He was as big as a basketball, and twice as round. Stem schmem. Who knows? Some people might even prefer a stemless pumpkin. I don't know. Let's see what happens. Days passed and more people came. Some pumpkins left. Some pumpkins stayed. There's old Stumpkin on the second shelf next to gourd. Right outside the store. See the store? Yep. And our black cat's still there too. It wasn't yet Halloween. There were still plenty of windows that needed jack-o'-lanterns. So across the street, look at all the jack-o'-lanterns in the windows. You see them? There's still plenty of window space for jack-o'-lanterns. Who would be lucky enough to take home Stumpkin? As orange as, well, an orange. As big as a basketball and so round. He was very nearly the perfect pumpkin. Very nearly, truly very nearly perfect. It's like a little worried, though. The next day, new people came. Look at that cat. I think he's trying to sell Stumpkin to those people. Or maybe he doesn't want them to have Stumpkin. Maybe he wants Stumpkin for himself. So more people came to the store. And the shopkeeper's cat settled on Stumpkin's smooth top. That's why he was getting hold of him. He wanted to sit on top of him. Because he doesn't have a stem, right? Then it happened. A brilliant baby chose Stumpkin. Until a bad dog ruined it and the baby changed his mind. So the baby chose Stumpkin. See? With the cat on top. And then the dog barked and scared the cat off Stumpkin. And the little one, the stroller, saw there was no stem and was like, no, I want this one instead. Poor Stumpkin. That cat was trying to help sell him, though, wasn't he? Oh, well, thought Stumpkin. Him and Gordy sitting next to each other on the shelf. Oh, well. Look at that cat. I think he's going to jump back on Stumpkin. Let's see what happens. It was the day of Halloween, and there were still a few empty windows. See? There's still a few empty windows. Two were left on the shopkeeper's shelf. A boy came. And when the boy left, Stumpkin remained. He bought old Gordy, didn't he? Stumpkin remained. The gourd, thought Stumpkin. I guess that's that. He was surprised that they bought Gourd. I thought his name was Gordy the Gourd, or Gordon the Gourd, but they bought him instead of Stumpkin. Poor Stumpkin. I think the cat likes him. It was Halloween night, and the shop had closed, and there were no more days left. Look at all these pumpkins up in there. Look at old Gordy up there in the window. Even he made it up there as a jack-o'-lantern, huh? There were no more days left. The shopkeeper scooped up poor Stumpkin and carried him off. Oh no, I wonder what's going to happen to Stumpkin. Look, it's just black. I need to know what happened. Don't you want to know what happened to Stumpkin? Oh, look at this triangle. You see the triangle's got three sides? 1, 2, 3. That's a triangle. And that's just dark. Huh, I wonder what that means. Hey, look, there's 2 triangles, right? 1, 2. 2 triangles, right? Huh. I wonder what that means. Stumpkin wouldn't be getting a window, and he wouldn't be going to a new home. There's all his friends lit up across the street. So he wouldn't be getting a window, and he wouldn't be getting a new home. He already had a home. Huh. It says he already had a home. I don't see him, though. Do you? I don't see him. Huh, I wonder where his new home is. Oh, and that made Stumpkin very happy. Look! The shopkeeper put him out where he had all the pumpkins, and he carved Stumpkin into a jack-o'-lantern. And look, he put a big bowl of candy out there for the trick-or-treaters, right? Yay, Stumpkin! Good job, Stumpkin. He had to be patient. Sometimes you have to be patient and wait. And just because you're missing a stem doesn't mean you're not perfect. But look at what a good jack-o'-lantern he came out to be, right? I think he looks perfect. I hope you have fun getting a pumpkin and carving it. One of my favorite things to do this Halloween. Have you ever been pumpkin patch and picked a pumpkin? You can go to the store and get one, but just go to the patch and pick a pumpkin out of the patch. I think that's good for now. I had another book. I'll just show it to you. It's called 10 Orange Pumpkins. You can check it out at the library if you want to. I think I'll stick with those 2 pumpkin books for right now, because we're going to have so many more cool Halloween stories coming up, okay? I'll see you guys next week, all right? Have a good weekend. Bye.